Talking with Sheriff T.J. McDermott, and just came out of the County Commissioners meeting, and you presented the jail diversion plan. So could you hit the high points for us? You've been working a long time on this, along with Cynthia Wolkin. Tell me some of the high points and the things you're most excited about.
Well, the neat thing about this plan is that this is a collaborative effort between the city and the county. Our community has had a overcrowding issue at our jail for about 10 years, and rather than looking at making our jail larger or building an additional jail, we decided to take a look at the alternatives to incarceration, specifically for nonviolent, non-dangerous offenders, addicts, substance abusers, or folks with mental illnesses that find themselves locked up in our jail. So today was an exciting day for our community because our plan has been brought forward, and it brings forward recommendations on how to possibly ease the overcrowding in our jail by expanding pretrial services, adding the number of people that are allowed to be on home arrest bracelets, alcohol monitoring equipment. And we're in communication with the hospitals and the social workers on trying to come up with a 24-hour mental health crisis facility for people with a law enforcement drop-off. And that's kind of the most exciting thing to me, is because there are people that, absent a substance abuse or addiction, would not find themselves in the criminal justice system. And when you're talking to these folks and they've had enough and they want out, and they want to go to treatment, or they want to explore options for them to get through this, our community just doesn't have those options right now. So really the plan's about the community working together to give people options rather than jail, that allows them to seek treatment, rehabilitate, maintain their employment, maintain their family ties, and hopefully put a bump in the road behind them, rather than have it enter them into a spiral where they can't get themselves out of the system. So it's a good thing. It's something that I'm very passionate about. I'd be so pleased if our community had the ability to properly treat folks with mental illnesses in a facility other than our county jail.
Now, what was the reception by the county commissioners today?
Well, Commissioner Rowley is on the jail diversion board. She's one of our board members, so she's been a big help bringing this plan forward. But it was well received, and I've really experienced that in the public as well. I've had a great deal of positive response about, taking a look at alternatives rather than locking people up, specifically people that are nonviolent and non-dangerous.
And that would simply leave more room for the people that really need to be in jail, right?
Exactly. We're always going to need a jail. We're always going to need a place to lock up criminals who violently attack the citizenry. But one thing that this plan has showed us, that there's a population, about 60% in our county jail, that are technically nonviolent, non-dangerous, but have substance abuse issues, addictions, a certain percentage with mental illnesses, and a certain percentage of those that have extreme psychosis and issues that are better treated elsewhere than our jail.
A jail is simply not the place for people like that, right?
We're not properly trained to be a mental health facility, and it's a big challenge on our staff out there, and it's where a lot of liability has come for the county with attacks on our detention officers, suicides, and other issues that we had out there. They do an amazing job, but it's difficult, sometimes dangerous, and it's just not the right place for people with mental illnesses.